confirmed. She was once the city's lead homicide attorney. Now she's running for circuit attorney.
Mary Pat Carl is challenging incumbent Kim Gardner to be the city's top prosecutor. Tonight, Chris Negus asked Carl about her background and what sets her apart from Gardner.
We absolutely need to tackle the root causes of crime.
She might not be a household name in St. Louis, but she's well known to local prosecutors and police. Mary Pat Carl touts 15 years of experience as a prosecutor with an emphasis on violent crime.
I've never lost a homicide trial.
What types of crime would you prioritize for prosecution?
I prioritize violent crime. If people cannot feel safe in the city of St. Louis, then we can't tackle the other problems we have.
In her personal life, Carl speaks openly about something she knows voters might notice.
In 2011, I gave birth to my son, Jack.
While giving birth, she developed Bell's palsy. In her case, the nerve damage in her face is permanent.
I think that in some ways it makes my job easier, in that I understand sometimes what those tough days can look like. I understand pushing through a dark time.
On her campaign site, she offers a 100-day plan. Goals she wants to accomplish immediately if elected. One goal, to establish a unit to review every video for police misconduct that comes into the circuit attorney's office.
Another piece of my 100-day plan is to rebuild the circuit attorney's office. Right now, the circuit attorney's office is down at least 20 attorneys.
The current circuit attorney claims a 96% felony conviction rate, but Carl is critical of Gardner's conviction rate for cases that actually go to trial. Earlier this year, News 4 examined data provided by the circuit attorney's office showing approximately half the cases that go to trial end without a conviction. Do you believe the current conviction rate is acceptable?
I don't think the current, and I want to be clear that I'm talking about a trial conviction rate. I don't think it's fair to judge a prosecutor on an overall conviction rate. I think it's a dangerous accountability test, and that it encourages prosecutors to dismiss cases. It encourages plea bargaining them down. But when you walk into a courtroom and decide that you're going to put the person on trial, you best better have the evidence to back up what you're saying and know how to convey it to a jury.
I also asked Carl how she would handle the McCloskey case, one that's brought national attention to the circuit attorney's office. Do you agree with Ms. Gardner's decision to prosecute them?
I'm not going to weigh in on the McCloskey decision on whether or not they should or shouldn't be charged. I have not reviewed any evidence. I haven't talked to any witnesses. I haven't seen any video that hasn't been edited by somebody. So I don't think anybody should be weighing in on what the decision of the prosecutor should be that hasn't reviewed all the evidence.
She also answered a question I asked both candidates. What's the biggest difference between the two of you?
Transparency. I think that's the biggest difference between me and my opponent. I've pledged that, look, being smart on crime means compiling data. And I believe that data doesn't belong to me as the elected prosecutor, it belongs to the people. If we want people to trust a circuit attorney's office, to trust a criminal justice system, we have to be willing to kick open the doors, open the windows, pull back the blinds, and let people see what's happening in a system that belongs to them.
Tomorrow night at 10, we will hear from Kim Gardner. She will address the claims made by Carl about trial conviction rates. The primary is scheduled for next Tuesday, August 4th. Chris Negus, News 4.
It's been